Hi, and thank you for watching Chat Room here on Mando TV. Recently, Radisson Hotels experienced an unfortunate situation where computers were hacked. And here to talk to us about that situation, computer security, is Sean Fury with Security Metrics. Sean, thanks for being on today, and tell us a little bit about your company, if you would.
Security Metrics specializes in security testing for the payment card industry. We opened the doors back in 2001 and focused mainly on banks, scanning the network security for banks and credit unions. In 2004, and then formalized by the data security standards in 2006. But the payment card industry got together and set some new standards, and we saw an opening in that market, and so we capitalized on that opening. The rest of the industry is kind of catching up to us at this point. But we are a full-service qualified security assessor, authorized scan vendor. We have our own payment application lab, qualified incident response assessor. So that's our forensics team. If you do have a compromise, our guys can go in there and find out why it happened. We also do penetration testing from the external side, as well as any consulting and auditing that companies may need for their payment card industry standards that they're required to meet based on their size and how many transactions that they make.
Is computer hacking a major problem within the hospitality industry?
I know that the hospitality industry seems to be a favorite target of hackers these days because of the type of industry, how they choose to process their card data, that kind of thing. But it's really hard to put your finger on the pulse of which industry is getting hit the most. Everybody's susceptible.
If a hotel or resort gets hacked, it's definitely a public relations nightmare.
Oh, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. And you know, God bless those folks at Radisson, because they have certainly handled this with a great deal of decorum. They've kept their chins up. They've followed the protocols. As soon as they were informed that there was a breach, they let everybody know about it and gave as much information as they could without compromising the investigation, obviously. But yes, it's got to be a public relations nightmare. They say that, I don't know where this statistic is quoted, so probably I shouldn't quote it. I can simply reference it. 70% or so of all cost due to a breach is loss in consumer confidence, loss in business as a result of the breach.
Then, of course, there's the other problems that the company itself faces with its information.
Oh, absolutely. When you lose when you're breached, credit card data is lost. Those credit cards have to be replaced. Forensic evaluations have to be done. Auditing has to be performed. I mean, it becomes a financial and logistical nightmare when something like this happens.
How can computer hacking be prevented?
Well, to prevent it, there's specifically three issues which may seem very simplistic on the outside, but have a profound impact on how difficult you can make it for a hacker to get at your information. First and foremost, make sure that you're running software and OS updates, patch management, the things that you can do as the operator to ensure that your network is secure. It's got to be upwards of 50% or more of the breaches out there happen because those specific things were not followed through with. Just making sure that your patches are updated, making sure that you change your passwords. Don't use the default passwords that come with your system, that kind of thing. Just simple fixes. Make sure that you lock down your remote access, especially in regards to multi-location merchants that, say, I have 5 or 6 restaurants. Make sure that the remote access is locked down on those, so not just anybody can go in there and start peeling data, or worse yet, plant malware or spyware on your system. And then most importantly, control and monitor your outbound traffic. What a lot of people don't realize is a firewall is intended to be two-way, not one-way. It doesn't just stop things from coming into your system. It can also be configured to stop information from going out of your system. Taking the Radisson breach as an example, a piece of malware was installed that allowed for the broadcast of information from their server, which went undetected simply because their system wasn't set to monitor that information, and unfortunately, information leaked. It's very important that an organization have policies and procedures in place to dictate exactly what steps need to be taken in the event of a breach. And again, using Radisson as the example, you can see how they went through point by point, contacting legal authorities, getting a forensics team in there as quickly as they could, removing the malware, locking the system down. All of those things will mitigate how much data they lose, and quite honestly, it shows that they're proactive in solving the problem. The worst is you have a merchant who simply has not protected the data properly, and that's when you get your most egregious offenses, is somebody that has not done what they're supposed to do.
Sean Fury with Security Metrics, thank you very much for taking the time to speak with us. The information is on the screen if you'd like to get in touch with Sean, and thank you for watching.